What's up, everybody? Welcome to Crypto. Big homie Spuda out here in Cape Town, South Africa. First up, let's go straight to that shop sign on the count of 1, 2, 3. Click, 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 click. Thank you very much. Over there, let's go to that subscribe button. Click. Don't forget to switch on that notification bell. A quick one, guys. I am not a financial advisor, and I would like to say these videos that I do are strictly for educational purposes. Therefore, encouraging my followers to get themselves educated, informed, and have knowledge before they start investing in cryptocurrencies or digital currencies or in anything. Just inform yourself. Tougher rules are coming for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, some of the things that you need to know about the future of cryptocurrencies, that yes, it is the future, but you need to remember there's going to be tax implications. There's going to be government interference. There is ways that the government is trying to figure out somehow to regulate the space. And I've always been one of those people that kind of believe the interference of governments will probably even be better to combat a lot of the people that are either scamming or that are hacking cryptocurrencies at the present moment. We've been hearing a lot of those types of stories. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars and some billions have been hacked. Some stolen, some have been brought back. We've been hearing all sorts of different stories. So I'm one of those that believe probably it'll be better. But hey, knowing governments and knowing politicians and knowing the Federal Reserve banks, etc., when it comes to money, hey, they don't want you and I to be okay, eh? They don't want you and I to benefit without them taxing us like crazy, right? All right, so I'm going to read this article. This article comes from npr.org. Let's go right straight into it. You guys know I'm all about education and I'm all about learning with you. Now, for many people, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are part of an exciting and lucrative new financial frontier. But for the country's top market watchdog, Gary Gensler, he says, like the West, they seem like the Wild West, the wild West. And he's promising a crackdown. The market for cryptocurrencies has ballooned. It is currently estimated to be worth about $2 trillion thanks to the exploding popularity of Bitcoin and other virtual money like Dogecoin. Amateur investors like us, amateur investors, particularly younger ones, have started buying and trading cryptocurrencies attracted to the thrill of big returns. In the past year, the value of Bitcoin has risen 300%. And cryptocurrencies are increasingly also attractive to traditional investors. But the cryptocurrency market is extremely volatile. And even as it becomes more mainstream, it continues to be popular among bad actors. In recent months, hackers have demanded ransomware payments in Bitcoin because it is easy to transfer and hard to trace. And there have been plenty of reports of thefts and heists at cryptocurrency exchanges in which cyber criminals have absconded with other people's virtual holdings. In a recent speech, Gensler, the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC in America, denounced the lack of transparency and clear regulations and promised the commission will take action to protect investors, which is a key part of the agency's commission. I'm going to put the link in the description, but the article continues, open quote, investors really aren't getting the information to judge the risk and understand the risk, Gensler said, close quote. If we don't address the issues, I worry a lot of people will get hurt, close quote. The process is still at the very beginning, but here's what you should know out there who is a cryptocurrency enthusiast like I am, who's still brand new and who is still learning, going through all these different courses and reading whatever article I come across. I'm going to put the link in the description of this article. Who's Gensler? Gensler is an experienced regulator who has worked on Capitol Hill and in the Treasury Department. When he ran the Commodity Futures Trading Commission during the Obama administration, he played a key role writing and implementing new rules that apply to a segment of the market called derivatives. Gensler also knows a lot about cryptocurrencies. Most recently, he was a professor at the MIT Sloan School of Management. Shout out to MIT. Thank you for the invite. I have spoken at MIT before. I think it's one of those achievements that I'll always be grateful for and be humbled. The fact that I've spoken twice at Harvard, I've spoken twice at Stanford, I've spoken at MIT as a kid from Johannesburg, South Africa, who grew up from the ghetto. That really means a lot to me. So I'm very, very familiar with MIT. And it's always great for me to keep in touch with other students and all the other speakers that I met over there and entrepreneurs that are doing great things all over the world that we've then become friends since meeting at MIT. So it's been quite a great journey. But anyways, continuing with the article, how are cryptocurrencies regulated right now? The market has developed so fast. Regulations haven't kept up. So policymakers have talked about reining in cryptocurrencies under a brand new regulatory framework for years. But so far, that hasn't happened. That leaves millions of people who trade crypto and assets related to them without clearly defined rules of trading. It has also complicated life for professional investors and companies that do business with cryptocurrencies. Tiffany J. Smith, a partner at a law firm, Velma Hale, who runs a cryptocurrency regulatory practice, helps her clients mitigate risk. In the absence of, definitive regulation that applies to crypto assets, we work with them to craft policies, procedures, and processes, she says. So what to expect first? Clearer definitions is one of the most pressing issues. Because cryptos are relatively new, there are not even universally agreed upon definitions for some of the most basic terms. Can assets being traded on cryptocurrency exchanges be called securities? Or are they something completely different? Is Bitcoin a commodity? This goes beyond semantics. It can even determine which regulator has the authority to regulate cryptocurrencies and related assets. It is past time for regulators to be clear about who is responsible for this, and that clarity will be beneficial to the market, he says. It will be beneficial to investors. It will even be beneficial to those members of Congress and the other public policymakers who want to know whom to ask and who to hold accountable for what is going on in those markets. What else can we also expect earlier on? Determining jurisdiction will be critical as well. I'm interested in finding out what America will be doing to crypto, because we've been hearing about China banning crypto, banning Bitcoin, banning cryptos entirely, actually, for now. But we do know that nobody can actually stop it. Satoshi Nakamoto, I don't know if it was one individual, I don't know if it was a group of people, I don't know what type of people they were, but what we know is that the system works and nobody's going to stop it. Whether China bans it, whether America puts in some regulatory frameworks to obviously regulate crypto. It's a digital currency for the whole world, not just for America, not just for China. We've got a whole globe here, although whatever policies they get to implement will affect us some way or somehow, directly or indirectly. It's quite an interesting article. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'll put it on the link. I'll put the link of this article in the description, but I'd like for you to read it further, because it's quite an interesting article, and it sort of opens you up into more information about the progress and the growth of cryptocurrencies and what our government's planning to do as far as that's concerned. Recently, we've just heard of the infrastructure bill that was that got a lot of people talking all over the world, and right now we just keep on reading about the future of cryptos. But what we know is that right now, being the 21st of August, Bitcoin is sitting at $49,000. I started buying at $33,000 just a few months ago when we had that low dip when it dipped all the way down from $63,000 all the way down to $29,000. When it came back a little bit up at $33,000, that's when I bought. And I'm not encouraging anybody to buy the dip or to do whatever. I don't know. I'm still a student. I'm brand new, but I'm learning, and I'm excited the fact that I came in at $33,000 and now we are sitting at $49,000 on the 21st of August, which means we've got a beautiful ride all the way to the moon, but it's going to be quite a bumpy ride. We all need to buckle up. We all need to know the market is always volatile. We all need to know there's hackers, there's scammers. We have to be careful with our monies, but let's continue to educate ourselves as far as this space is concerned. Go read the article. It also touches on how does the industry approach regulation? How will new regulations change cryptocurrencies? And there's more stories as well as far as this article is concerned, but it's quite an interesting one. I recommend it. I will put the link in the description. Thank you very much once again for listening. Welcome to Crypto.